Good day, Force Free, Force Friend Freers. I'm Unsilent, and we're on the air with more Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic to the Sith. Okay, that's a cool intro. I mean, you guys are still dicks, but, no, that's neat. You guys kind of run into the side by threes. More Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic to the Sith Lords. It's episode 44 of the Sith Lords. Thanks for tuning in. As we carry on. Well, I took a little time between the last episode and this to heal Rendar from about there to there. Holy crap, that takes a long time. He has a lot of hit points. Vitality points. Sorry. Gotta use the correct verbiage. Vitality points. Indeedly doodly. Alright, so. We gotta intercept one of these guys. Both of these guys. Start hitting them. So, yeah, Rendar is a tank, Atton is not. So, you're gonna sit in the back and just be T3 for a bit, while everyone else kind of mixes it up. And not... Actually, no, yes, this is exactly what I was expecting to start the episode. Let's be perfectly honest. We were all sort of expecting something not too dissimilar from this. Except, I was expecting maybe a little talking first. And then, what we've got is a Rendar who is just barely holding together. I mean, at this point, no, that'll get them both. Rendar is basically down, but other than that, everything went reasonably well. That's one way to start an episode. Except for the part where Rendar's, you know, basically dead at this point. So pick up some bits and bobs from the deceased Zug brothers. See, it's not the fact that they're tough, it's the fact that there's, like, 6 of them. Oh, Bowcaster, I was just asking for that the other day, wasn't I? But yeah, so it's not the fact that they're tough. I mean, they kind of are. But it's also the fact that there's, you know, 6 of them and 3 of us, so... And if somebody gets sent out to frontline support, then, you know, they get sent out to frontline support. So, Coden, I could use some help. Coden me, junk dealer me, you buy? I guess not. And we can hack the door and get a little... some security points. Hey, Borna, how's it going? Thanks again for your help, Off-Worlder. I hope business begins to pick up soon. Hey, Bick, how's it going? Nah, Bick is still... You think Bick might be dead, suffering from some severe liver failure? It's possible. Very much so. There's a ship, the Ebon Hawk. You have to get back there at some point in the not too distant future. There's nothing in there, it's just gonna give me nothing, so we may as well keep going. Sorry, yes, in the not too distant future, it'll take off under new transponder codes. I'm trying to find my friend Gita. I know she's around here somewhere. Around the corner here. Hi, Gita. Your path returns you here. I am thankful. How may I assist you today? Let us see what you have. I'm looking for... I'm looking for usables, but you don't have any. That is annoying. It's looking to stock up on medkits and associated similar crap. Maybe a life support pack. Because I've only got the one. I mean, I could use an advanced med pack on Rendar here. It gives him 55, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is more than a sixth of his health. That's why you keep putting points at to treat injury, because that denominator line there is so absolutely massive. I think we pointed it out in the last episode. That right now, even though he's at less than half health at 140, he still has more health than Atton, and his total health is more than Atton. And wow, T3's got more... T3 can tank better than Atton, Jesus. But he's got more health than Atton and T3 combined. Hence why I'm not rushing forward with them. But we're going to try and get to Tienn Tubb shop. Undar, my old friend, what do you have? That Shutta not male Rhodian woman sell junk cred to you, or credit junk to you? She snatched my business. Take it from me. So are you a merchant too, then? Yes, sell good cred weapons, good cred armor. I would pay good cred to see her gone, dead, ashed. Brush her away like dust on cargo crate. Just let's see what you have. Go deal with not male Rhodian female. Human who trades with Shutta not welcome here. No good cred weapons, no good cred armor for you! Dick. Alright. We'll pick this lock as well. Oh no, this is where we had a fight with, we wandered in on somebody's fight. A deal gone wrong. I'm just wandering around covering... Oh no, that's our, let's say over that way. I've lost them. Yes, I see you guys. God, I've already forgotten what the hell that guy was. I'm gonna go back over there to see what he is, but...
Just say the word.
Can we get a concussion grenade, Atton? We'll let Hanhar. We'll let Hanhar run point and tank. And hopefully you guys realize who you're supposed to be shooting here. So get a little zap on. There we go, that worked. So, well... Woo, that was a nice flip. The cartwheel, kick, flip, slice thing that Hanhar did. There we go. That worked. Rather well. Rather. Oh, no one's around the corner here. Alright, well, we may as well go into the swoop garage. Our friend IT-31 is here. Oh, Atton, right, because Atton's the party leader. Alright, no trouble. Alright. Speaking of Atton run point, he has to go have a chat with Tienn Tubb. I just want to see if we missed anything, any of the bits have refreshed, but we can. Can open the door, and that is worth extra XP, even if it doesn't say it. It is worth extra XP. Now, hi TT32, we gotta find our way over to your boss. Okay, you're just gonna let me do this myself. Alright, no problem. Yeah, I see a shape. Is someone there again? Welcome to Tienn's shop. My eyes are old, but I can see you want something of me. I'm trying to remember, because I've been listening to the X-Wing Mercy Kill audiobook lately, and I'm trying to remember what the voice that Mark Thompson uses for Celestins, and I'm drawing a blank. And it's one of those things. The nice thing about that sort, listen to the audiobooks, besides, you know, being able to do it at work sort of thing, is that it helps me kind of get a gauge for various voices as well. So, helps mix it up a little bit. Although I don't have the, I'm sure I could put audiobook worth production into this stuff, but I'm also sure that it would take a lot longer to produce an episode than you have to go through. You'd have to, like, go through it, listen to it, clean, you know, then tweak all the audio, change the pitches, play around with all of it, and then kind of splice it into the video, and then match it up and do all the bits and bobs that you have to do here that I normally do. So it doubles the amount of work. Not saying that I'm avoiding it, just saying, like, also at this point, maybe if I was to do another similar style game to this where they have alien voices, I would probably strongly consider doing that. But anyway, can you change our ship's ID signature? You have blank transponder card? Yes, this I can do for you. What ID signature do you want to use? Well, I think we're going to use... I think one of the ID signatures from B5D8, because that probably is what we need to, you know, get captured by our friend, Mr. Goto. Just as you say, just one moment. It's done. Much luck to you, visitor. Luck is not what we need. Well, luck is actually very much what we need. The Ebon Hawk will be intercepted by Goto's yacht. 2 party members will be able to board it to save Hidmir Dawn-Crusher. Who is the first person you want to send? Ah, alright. So, our options include, but are not limited to. Now, it does provide us some interesting options here. Because you want to send a ranged and a frontline player, or character. So, in this instance, I find that interesting because I kind of, okay. So, who's our ranged? Atton, HK. I love T3, he's not a good fit for this one. Alright, so our ranged, actually, you've got a good choice of ranged. Atton, from a story perspective, I think is the best choice. So, I'm going to go Atton. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess there are probably some people if some of you in the comments might disagree with that. Would you disagree? You know what? Now that I've done this, and chances are, I'm doing next week's episode right after this. So, let me know. Chances are I've committed and I can't change a damn thing. So, let me know down in the comments who you guys sent when you get to this point. I mean, you may not have as many options if you do Nar Shaddaa first as opposed to later on. You know, you don't have... You probably don't have visas, but you would have everyone else. Maybe not HK at this point. So, if you build the same way I've been building, I'd imagine... I don't know. I don't think we've ever really talked about optimal party organizations either. So, Atton is the range. Now, they're going to ask for the second one. So, the front line, we've got BioWare, the Handmaiden, Kreia, and Visas. Oh, and Hanhar. So you got 5. Hanhar, from a tanking perspective, is a good choice. And you have the interaction with Goto. Visas, because she is a Force user, and Kreia, because she's a Force user, both make very good options as well. Handmaiden, BioWare acquitted himself quite well in the recent episode, so he plays himself in. Handmaiden, I don't see any reason why she wouldn't be good as well. But I'm thinking, having said Force user, and the benefits to that, it's either Kreia or Visas. As much as I'd like to bring along Hanhar, I think that Kreia and Visas might be the better options, and I'm thinking... Man, I'm thinking it's a toss-up. I honestly think it's a toss-up which one you bring. So, I think Kreia would be the more interesting choice to bring along. I think she would have more interesting things to say and a more interesting interaction. As much as I think Hanhar would be an interesting one to bring along, I think Kreia might be the better choice in this option. So, we're going to take Kreia along. And we're going to blast off again. Yeah, I'm just trying to think it out loud. I know, talk it through. I don't want to make interactions I'm guessing that, yeah, that is definitely Goto's ship. They are fleeing, running away on their very ugly junk ship. Hey, that's... No, they are going to rescue their leader brother from Goto. That means they have a way to reach him. But why are you interested in that? Follow that ship. All space traffic around Nar Shaddaa should hide our pursuit. What are you guys up to? Well, we know what that thing's up to. Those don't particularly... Those look more like almost like turbo laser encampments rather than like a more point defense system on the yacht.
I was expecting someone taller. I hope you are not in too much pain to hear my words and understand them. I am Goto, one of the officials representing a percentage of non-sanctioned trading here in both the YouTube system and Republic space. And I had a question for you. Are you a Jedi?
I'd like to point out, I've asked before, did Obsidian have a copy of the Revenge of the Sith script when they started on this? They very well could have. And now I'm almost convinced they do. Or they did. Because I expected someone taller. It just rings in my head. It's like, where do I know that line from? Revenge of the Sith. General Grievous. You're shorter than I expected. You know, that line. It's harder to do in Anakin. Unless, oh god, who is it? Is it James Arnold Taylor that said to do Anakin you have to do like a Christopher Walken? I don't think I've ever done a Christopher Walken before. So I don't think I could do it. I could do a half-decent Obi-Wan, as you've heard. These aren't the droids you're looking for. You know that. My hello there is much better. Hello there. You know that. That I can do. Christopher Walken, I can't. Anyway, I have no ties to the Jedi Order.
Indeed. That is unfortunate. Still, perhaps you have some value. I have gone to considerable expense and effort to bring you here. It is because I have a job for you.
What? Number 4, yes, that explains it. Why are you hiring every bounty hunter and assassin in the galaxy to hunt down Jedi and bring them to you? If you're just looking... Have you heard of LinkedIn? I look for jobs on Indeed. Go on there. Don't hire a bounty hunter or headhunters. I've been called by headhunters before, not recently. Headhunters, if you're listening, call me. My contract's up in like 3 months. I could use a new job. Anyway, aside there. Maybe I'll make myself so integral to the system because I'm launching a new POS system. Anyway, it's like, hey, somebody's got to know how to work that shit. Anyway, is that why you hired every bounty hunter and assassin in the galaxy?
Assassins, no. Some of the bounty hunters on Nar Shaddaa, however, have chosen to interpret my commands in a manner not of my choosing. You are no value to me, dead. If you were a Jedi, they could not kill you anyway. If they could, then you are useless to me. There is something important to me I need protected. The Republic. It is broken. What happened on Paragus has set in motion events that I can no longer control. Not to be melodramatic, but I fear it has broken the galaxy irrevocably. This has occupied much of my attention, and there seems to be no predictable way to resolve the situation.
Oh, not melodramatic at all, Goto. Not at all. What on earth is... You're a guy running an interstellar smuggling ring who is in the business of hiring assassins to hunt down Jedi. I'm sorry. This is messed up. What is going on? So, alright. You chased me all over the galaxy to help me save it. Let me get this straight. You want me to help the Republic? You have to be... He has to be joking. If I had face cam, and I don't because I don't want to scare people off. If I had, because I'd also have to shave. Sorry, I'm stammering because I'm dumbfounded. It's like, of all the strange... So this crime lord, this underworld boss, this guy who seems to control half the goddamn galaxy and influences the other half by what he does on his half, is trying to save the Republic. What? You've got to be joking.
In one standard month, the Republic will collapse. Not due to war or secession, but because it lacks the infrastructure to support itself. It is unknown to all but a few, but the Sith won the Jedi Civil War. Even with their supposed victory, the war left the Republic on the brink of collapse. Rather than remain and help solidify the Republic, however, Revan chose to leave known space. A frustrating turn of events, as a rallying figurehead could have done much to restore order.
What? So the Republic's going to collapse. Thanks in part to the Jedi Civil War. Thanks in part to Revan leaving and not having his leadership around to, or I guess as a figurehead to rally around. But you still have Bastila. You still had the remaining members of the Jedi Council and the Jedi Order from the 10 years previous. You had heroes of the galaxy like Karth frickin' Onasi, who we know is still running the Republic Navy, I think. Or at least is taking control of the Republic Navy because he's now Admiral Onasi, I think they said. So, yeah, any of these are valuable or are valid options, sorry. Any of these are valid options. Like, how can I help? I still don't understand why you brought me here. What do you want me to do about it? What is going on?
There is something moving in the galaxy that lies beyond the ability of my instruments to detect or predict. I believe it to be a legacy of the Sith, but I have been unable to determine the source. Whatever this presence is, it is staging strikes at key figures throughout the Republic, and through some unknown means, it is causing the destruction of worlds. KOTOR, a Miraluka world in the Mid-Rim, was one such place. I have reason to suspect there was a gathering of Jedi on that world when it was rendered lifeless. I cannot find any pattern in these attacks, and it is a source of frustration to me. There is some clue, however, that perhaps the Jedi are linked to these attacks, or that the targets are significant in some way I have yet to discover.
You may not be wrong. Because, what if we... So, it was a KOTOR, not that KOTOR, but KOTOR, the Miraluka homeworld, was attacked at a gathering of Jedi. You had... I'm just trying to think. Worlds that were leveled. Paragus was destroyed. There was myself. There was Kreia. And there was Scion there. And a number of Sith assassins who may or may not have been Force-sensitive. Probably not. But a gathering of 3 Force-sensitive beings sure seemed to destroy it. Jedi were on Dantooine. Revan and Bastila were on... What was that planet from the very beginning of... I do not remember the first planet from KOTOR 1. Sorry, I'm racking my brain here for a pattern myself. I'm assuming the game wants me to figure it out independent of itself, but it will probably tell me. Well, you're out of luck. I'm not going to help you.
You misunderstand me. I do not wish to stop the Sith any more than I wish to stop the Jedi. It is simply important to me that the infighting amongst these Jedi religious branches be resolved so the galaxy may be put back together. I do not care which one triumphs. I only want the universe to settle down for a while, catch its breath. All these constant crises are getting somewhat repetitive.
Well, it's Star Wars. It wouldn't be Star Wars without a little bit of wars in it, would it? All right. Okay, so that's interesting. You don't care who wins, but so long as the Republic stays intact, you don't care who I stab a lightsaber through, so long as I do it thoroughly. Okay, so why do you care about the Republic? That's, like, I could ask any one of these, I think it gets us to the same point, but why do you care about the Republic?
You could say I am something of a patriot. Although I was unable to serve during the troubles with the Mandalorians or against the aggressors known as Malak and Revan, I am able, and willing to serve now. The problem is I can find no side to choose. Both are hidden from me as they seem to be hiding from each other. Irritating. It is like a Dejaric board where neither player can see the other, nor see all the pieces. It is not a fair game, an equitable game.
Dejaric is a Star Wars equivalent to chess. They actually talk about Dejaric a bit in the Aftermath trilogy, if you're interested. I do believe that Palpatine talks about it in the final Aftermath book, Empire's End, which I believe came out just before The Last Jedi. So, I was able to... I didn't get to read all of it before The Last Jedi. That might be why I was able to read some of it, which is also why I was one of the few people in the world who wasn't pissed off by the "your mother" joke at the start of the movie, because I understood the context. But I can also understand that's great for the tiny, tiny, tiny percentage of the overall movie viewing audience that's read those damn books. So for someone like me, I can appreciate, I get that joke. But for everyone else, it's like, really? You have to have read there's so many books in order for that to be like, for that to make sense? So it's, anyway, sorry. Maybe you should try Pazak.
Pazak bores me. I often suspect my opponent of cheating. I prefer predictable games, such as Galactic Economics.
What'd you think about running for office in Ontario, then? Maybe in my hometown. We've got a business lobbyist who's running for mayor in my hometown. You'd think they'd be conservative, but no. He's going full out, like, he's going full lunatic. No tax and spend. And it's just like, how? You're going to bankrupt the town doing that. It's like, you know, how Ben Wyatt in Parks and Rec bankrupted his town by building the ice palace there. And it's like, this guy, the running for mayor here, is going to do the same thing. Only because he's a business lobbyist, people seem to think he's going to help create jobs. And he's just going to bankrupt everyone. Don't care. Let's see. I'll do what I can to help. That was my intention in the first place. I don't care for the Republic. The Republic deserves to die and has been too long suffering as it is. I don't care for the Republic.
Then perhaps you care for yourself. The fact the Sith seek you is something that must occupy your thoughts as much as the Republic occupies mine. There is no margin for error when I say that these Sith seek to murder you and all Jedi everywhere. They have been quite efficient. And when they dispose of you, there will be nothing left to stop them, and the galaxy will fall under their influence.
But isn't that what you want? Let's see. I have no intention of stopping the Sith. Well, as long as they're trying to kill me, yes I do. This is not my battle. There are others who can handle this. Yes, that.
No, that is where you are wrong. If they were, I assure you I would have contacted them. I'm afraid a broken ex-Jedi is all I have to save the galaxy at the moment. But whether it is Sith or Jedi that emerges victorious, it does not matter, as long as the situation is resolved soon. I am a businessman. The Republic needs stability to survive, prosper, and grow. Whether it is led by the Sith or supported by the Jedi is of no consequence to me.
Yeah, what about that alarm? Well, I'm glad to see that we both agree that, like, whatever happens, happens, right? But anyway, I'm inclined to say, I find it interesting. If he's going to thrive, a businessman, such as it is, as a businessman, if he's going to thrive, the Republic needs stability, so he doesn't care who wins. It's an interesting take. Whereas you see, like, certain sides favor certain sides of the Force. So, in this case, it doesn't really matter who wins to Goto. It's interesting. Another neutral character we found. We found Kreia, who's neutral character. Goto, who himself freely admits to being a very neutral character. And then you've got our other guys who are sort of some lean strongly one way or the other, but they tend to key in off of me, sort of thing. So anyway, that sound, is something wrong?
It is the proximity alarm. We are under attack. Somehow your allies have found you. Unexpected. You will remain here under guard. I must see to the defense of my ship.
Announcement. We seek to make Goto aware of our services, allowing us to facilitate communication and terminate hostilities in the galaxy. If that means blowing up planets, slaughtering entire species, or allying ourselves with the Sith, then that is the logical choice. Our predecessor would never understand our directives. He was slow, weak, and his vocabulary was prone to static.
Now I wish I brought HK along, because I would have loved this shouting match. Alright, we are going to run point as Kreia. I'm going to try Disable Droid off the start. What level is Kreia anyway? 14. Atton is 16, 15. Why am I going to start as Kreia? Oh man. Atton's already basically down. Well, I needed that just to buy myself a little time. Maybe I can energy shield myself as well while I'm here. Alright. Wow! What the hell was that? It blew me halfway across the damn deck. Alright, let's level up. Since Kreia is basically down. Alright, so what is your recommended? Repair and treat injury. I disagree with the repair, because we can get some stealth awareness, and we can put 1 point into repair. Top it all up. Alright, feats! It's been a long while. Been a while. So, what do you recommend? Regenerate force points. I think I've had it said in the past, that is a suboptimal choice. So what do we have? We have dueling, which is actually, that is an optimal choice. So is toughness. We might go toughness early, but dueling is good because Kreia can only handle one-handed weapons. So it's a pretty good bonus that you're guaranteed to be able to make use of. So, but yes, improve toughness, thank you. And force powers. Now what do you recommend? Force whirlwind and force barrier. Let's remove the barrier and let's back out of the whirlwind for a moment. Because what are my options? There are... We can destroy droid. Let's see. Disabling them for 12 seconds. See, it seems like a bit of a waste at this point since I'm already here. So, what are other options here that we can go with? Now, we can go with... No. Improved heal might be a good one. And night speed would also be a good one. So what we can do is we can hit an improved heal as well. I find that interesting that they're going straight for Kreia. So which one is Atton shooting? Alright, off to the right. Or left, sorry, rather. The not right. So while Kreia is busy tanking... we can keep going in on this one. So let's turn on the energy shield. What do we have for? Not a lot. That one. Just out of curiosity, can we equip a lightsaber on her at this point? It's not optimal, but it'll do in a pinch. Okay, we're gonna have to burn another one. We're gonna have to burn another level up if we want to get out of this one alive. So, let's see. What have we got? I'm just seeing... Ah, there we go. Modifier point on the wisdom, which is good because that adds modifiers to force points and force power saving throws, and so that might actually help us here. Skills. We know it's just, we're just going to put them all across like that. Powers, what do you recommend at this point? Force barrier. Oh, right, that's one of the ones we skipped. Remove that one. Oh, yeah, I suppose I could turn on speed, can't I? I keep forgetting speed. Speed is what we need. Greasy fast speed. All right. Energy resistance is an active, not a passive. So. I'm thinking maybe drain armor's an option. Mind trick, drain force. So, what are some of the other ones that have been recommended to me along the way? Was Force Aura one of them? I want to say Force Aura might have been one of them. Ah, look, it's a defensive bonus as well. Well, maybe we'll do that. Alright, so now we've got an opportunity here. We will activate speed and then go in on this thing. Alright, now, it'll give us extra hits on the HK. Man, these things hit hard. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to just jump in, grab a usable advanced med pack. A little like that. Now, if Atton would hurry the hell up and start shooting things better. Well, that didn't work as well as I'd hoped. The hell, guys? Come on. Alright. Ah, crap. We're all the way back on Nar Shaddaa. Oh, this is going to take me a week to get back here. Jesus Christ. Obsidian, kiss my ass. Like, seriously. What sort of... We've gone back to the main menu. Great, we'll be back. I'll be back next week with... Jesus Christ. All the way back here? Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. And welcome back. I just got a quick save in. Alrighty then. So we're going to give this a shot, and as soon as I'm done dusting these guys, that's it for the episode this week. Actually, that went a lot faster. When you're not stopping and talking with everyone, and you're not having a chat and analyzing everything, it's like, yeah, no wonder why I like this game. It's like, oh yeah, the game, if you're not doing completionist, it'll take you about 30 hours. Yeah, no. When you play it like I have been, in a more let's play sort of fashion, then yes, these things do tend to happen. Indeedly doodly. Alright, so... Give me... Come on, we gotta have an ion grenade there. Lob an ion grenade. Throw yourself an energy shield. Kreia, I want you to... hit a disabled droid. Just... Not optimal, by any stretch. But... we'll make do. Atton, would you kindly lob us... First off, focus on that one. Actually, no. Lob me another ion grenade. Kreia, I'm going to get you to... I assume I can't... Yeah, no, not during combat. A little too late on that one. But we will switch to a lightsaber. And what we will do is we'll also do a quick level up. Just to be safe. And we've already done this part before. So we already know what we're getting into. So it'll be quick. Feats. We said we were going to do... We're gonna do dueling, yes? It's +2 attack and defense. And powers. We've got 2. We said healing. And night speed. Alright. So what we can do is we can also turn that on. So let's try. Now she's just going all over the place. So we're going to need her to level up again. Atton, could you... what can you throw? A little bit of everything, to be honest. Throw a frag grenade in there, too, just to be safe. Alright. Need to use another level up for Kreia. We already know Wisdom's going to give her the modifier point. Boom, 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 and boom. Alright. Powers. Powers. This is where I'm thinking. Now, this is where I'm thinking I might rethink. Now, we may just want to go straight to Master Speed at our first opportunity. So, let's go with that. She does have more levels up available. So if we can. She might have taken a little damage there. So there's an HK50 there that can take a little damage, and there's an HK50 there that can take a little damage. Atton, if you wouldn't mind shooting the correct one. Now there's a problem, is she's almost dead again, so we're gonna have to level up here. I'm hoping this isn't the hardest fight of the bunch, because this would be pretty dire if this is... Oh, sorry. I have to use that as well. I suppose I could have, as opposed to using the level up, I could have used the med pack shoot. Well, we know she's good with med packs, so. What's your recommended force barrier? All right. No. Well, what do we want here? All depends on who's next. What's next? Slow. We don't have anyone using slow, and I can see the benefit of that. So let's use slow. She's got another level up as well. And we can. One of these. Alright. I don't know if the speed is still there, but we're going to give it a shot. So one hit, one miss, then one hit. There we go. That worked. All right, let's hit that F4 button. We'll Atton, pick that plasteel cylinder, would you kindly?
Pure Pazak.
That's the spirit. An advanced med pack. That is exactly what we needed. And take a look at that security console, since you're going to be the one that's most likely. Enter the current count. Oh, just bypass it. Actually, no. Hang on. Wait. Talk to you first. Can we access this memory core? You're able to download a program file called Shutdown. Interesting. There's journal entry to go with that? No. I wonder. Oh, never mind. Can we just bypass it with one of your computer spikes? Let's see. Defense summary. Access limited. Alright, so what do we have for interior defenses? For 12 mines. Mines are programmed to be triggered by Goto droids. Interesting. Oh. Ugly. What about the audience chamber? Defense consists of 8 powerful turrets supported by several combat-ready droids. You want How about exterior defense? Let's see, over a dozen powerful turrets. My god. Alright. Let's download Overload. What if we slice the computer again? Let's see. So, upgrade droid combat algorithms. Oh. Oh, we've received and we lost something. What did we lose? So I'd assume... No, it's... Oh. Crap. Be able to run it on any systems unlocked. Oh, god damn. I think I might have made things worse. Shit. Alright, I guess I'll figure this out next time on KOTOR 2, in which I get myself killed repeatedly. Yay! Alright, until then, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new. Share on social media. Follow on social media. The social media handle is Unsilent on air. And as for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr, don't forget you can check out more KOTOR 2 and playlist. It's on the screen, in the description down below, and more videos anytime on the channel page. And until the next time, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time.